Hey guys, Joanne here with Newegg TV. I'm here to do an overview on this XIGMATEK Midgard II computer case. This case is made of steel with a smooth rubberized finish at the front, which is very nice. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 5¼ drive bays and some grill mesh at the bottom for airflow. Now there's a groove right here that if you pull, you'll be able to remove your front bezel. Inside, we have a pre-installed 120mm fan and a mount for an additional 120mm fan. And if you remove these metal covers, you'll be able to install your optical drives. On this side, we have mounting points for two 120mm fans or two 140mm fans. At the back, we have another pre-installed 120mm fan, a knockout for your input-output shield on your motherboard, and a couple grommets to thread your cables through, as well as water cooling tubes, 2, 4, 6, 7 expansion slots, and a power supply mount at the bottom. At the top, we have your power button, indicator light, reset button, hard drive activity indicator, and your mic and headphone jacks. 2 USB 2.0 ports and 1 USB 3.0 port. And over here, we have a dock for your 2.5-inch or 3.5-inch drives. And here we have some mesh for airflow. Now, if I just pull on the front cover like this, you can easily remove it. And inside, we have mounts for two 120mm fans, but also mounting points for two 140mm fans. And you can also install a radiator of up to 280mm in case you wish to use water cooling. On the bottom, we have some raised feet for airflow and removable mesh for a, here's another mount on the bottom for a 120mm fan. And we have another removable mesh for where your power supply sits. I've already removed the thumb screws for the right side panel. Here we have a cutout for your aftermarket heatsink, a couple holes to thread your cables through, and tie-down points for your zip ties to manage your cables. And here we have a look at the business end of your drive mounts. And now for a look at the interior. We have your 120mm fan that I talked about earlier. It's a 3-pin connector and a bunch of front panel connectors here. We have your power, reset, LED, audio connectors, USB 2.0 connector, and your 20-pin USB 3.0 connector that plugs onto your motherboard. And here we have a 3-pin connector for your front fan and SATA, data, and power plugs for the drive dock at the top of the case. Over here on the right, we have your 3 5¼ drive bays, and it uses a toolless design. Simply twist to remove. And down at the bottom, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drive mounts. And let me just take one out. You can mount 3.5-inch drives, but there are also mounting points for 2.5-inch drives. I have a sample 12-inch video card with me that will fit very nicely inside the case. However, if you have a larger video card or just want some extra airflow, you can remove the entire drive cage. Here's a look at the accessories. Inside, we have your installation guide. And let's pour out the contents of this bag. Here is your fan controller. It's Molex power cable with pass-through, and it's 3-pin connectors. It's 3-pin female connector and 3 3-pin male connectors. And this is a mounting screw. And inside this bag, we have a bracket to install an add-on card, and it's made of the same rubberized material as your front bezel. And this is a bag filled with your motherboard standoffs and drive mounting screws. And lastly, here are your zip ties for cable management. That wraps up our overview on this XIGMATEK Midgard II computer case. I'm Joanne, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to our Newegg YouTube channel. Thanks for watching Newegg TV, and we'll see you next time.